I am back with another selection of the greatest new Skyrim mods that I could find, including an exciting quest mod made by the creator of Vigilant, a massive player home that comes with a ton of features, and much more. If you do go on to enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe as it greatly supports the channel. But for now, let's take a look at the first mod with Citizens of Morthal. This overhauls the appearance of the Morthal residents, providing them with some incredible new visuals that I believe is much better than the vanilla counterparts. The mod aims to give them modern visuals whilst also remaining true to their roles in the base game, and does so in a very nice way. Each character has been modified with the help of some accessories, like the Jarl for example, who has been given a new headpiece that perfectly complements the rest of her design. Or Benor, who you can sometimes find by the sawmill, has been given new facial markings that make him look like a true Nord warrior. Each of these changes perfectly reflects their character, and I never felt like it strayed too far from the vanilla game. What's great though, is that the mod doesn't require you to download other files in order for it to work, and can instead be installed in just a single click. Morthal is one of the most underappreciated cities in the game, so it's nice to see it get some much needed love from the modding community. As a result, we've been blessed with one of the greatest new NPC overhauls that I highly recommend giving a go. Next up we have Dakota, a brand new quest mod that I think a lot of you will enjoy. It was developed by the creator of Vigilant, Morthal and Unslad, marking the fourth installment in the series in the form of a prequel. These are some of the best content overhauls out there, so it's safe to say my expectations were high going into this one. You'll be working with the Stygic Order to expel the Numidium from your timeline. The mod features a medium-sized main quest that supposedly takes around 5 hours, along with a couple side quests that were just as exciting. You encounter powerful new enemies and bosses that each come with their own textures and models. These will utilize some incredible looking attacks that aren't seen anywhere else in the Elder Scrolls V, so be ready for some challenging fights ahead, especially if you're using a lower leveled character. To get started with the mod, you'll need to be a minimum of level 15 and visit Solitude, the capital of Skyrim. From there, you should receive the quest in your journal, and you can begin finding out the mystery behind Numidium's sudden appearance. What I love is that you can actually see them off in the distance, even whilst you're innocently exploring the city. As always, there are a couple things to note before you begin. For starters, the mod author recommends SSC engine fixes for a more stable experience, and better dialogue controls, a mod that hasn't left my load order for the longest time. It's also advised to not bring followers into this mod, although it doesn't give the exact reason why. And finally, the mod currently doesn't have any voice acting, something that I know is important for a lot of you, as it can be a little immersion breaking, but it is planned once the series has been finished. I actually wanted to cover this mod sooner, but I only recently got English translations for the subtitles, so we can finally enjoy everything this mod has to offer. Overall, we've been spoiled with yet another high quality quest mod that is just so much fun that I can't believe more people aren't talking about it. Following on, we have Seek of Solace, a new player home that is perfect for your next mage build. It adds a series of these impressive looking towers that sit just above Winterhold. To get there, you'll need to make your way to the shore just below the city, until you make it to the set of stairs that will lead you to your new home. From the moment you walk in, you'll be greeted with a lovely interior that contains just about everything you could possibly need. For example, there's a forge to craft up all your favourite gear, a dining room to cook yourself up some hearty meals after a long day of adventuring, and there's your bedroom that is absolutely packed with storage. There are many other rooms to explore too, that each offer something different. With the assortment of rooms and multiple floors, it can be easy to get lost, but luckily there's an area that's just opposite to the entrance, containing strange portals that just so happen to take you to a room of your choice. Additionally, if you read the black book that sits on this table, it will take you to the Loremaster's lair. Here you can find another set of teleports, but this time it'll actually take you to each of the major cities across Skyrim, as well as the points of interest for Soulstone. This is the mod author's first player home that they've made from scratch, and I think they've done such an amazing job. I love how each object has been carefully placed throughout the interior, and just the overall level of care that went into this project makes this a must-try for all wizards of Skyrim. The next mod I'll be covering is Elemental Dash, This follows on with the magic theme we had with the last one, adding in some new spells that offer some exciting mobility that mages can use in combat. It is ideal for initiating a fight, or used as an effective way of escaping your enemies in tight situations. They work similar to the whirlwind sprint shout that you receive a little into the main questline, but instead it's been redesigned with its own style. In total, there are 3 variations of the spell that are available to you, each of them essentially functioning the exact same way. However, you'll find that they do come with a unique appearance and damage type based on the corresponding element. Speaking of, you have the choice of Fire, which begins with a fiery explosion that damages anyone nearby, before dashing forward in a sea of flames. Frost, which releases a cold burst before you transform into an icy mist that not only damages enemies, but slows them too. And lastly Shock, which begins with an AoE of electrical energy, before you become a bolt of lightning that deals damage as well as stunning them. As I said, they are pretty much identical, apart from slight differences, similar to how the vanilla spells work in the game. These spells can be obtained naturally throughout your playthrough, as they can appear in the inventories of one of the many merchants as you begin to progress your character. Not too much else to say about this one, but I think it's definitely worth giving a try, especially if you're a seasoned magic user. For the final mod, we have Ashe Crystal Harp. This is an expansive new follower mod, featuring a fully voiced companion and even a smaller DLC side quest that takes you across Skyrim. Ashe is a Breton mercenary who comes with over 3,000 lines of dialogue that is honestly some of the best voice acting I've seen implemented into a mod for Skyrim.
Glad you asked. I deal mostly with two-handed weapons, if you couldn't already tell by my massive sword here.
Unlike a lot of traditional follower mods, you'll experience hours of new content, around half the scale of what the Dawnguard DLC brings. In the mod author's own words, this mod offers a deeply personal and introspective journey, delving into themes of identity, purpose, and morality, bringing a depth unseen in Skyrim. Your choices will actually influence our outlook on the world, leading to multiple outcomes. The relationship you have together will evolve over time, unlocking a range of exciting new features. Just a few include the ability to train together, have her forge weapons for you, and even have automatically changing outfits based on your current location. There's no level requirement to get started. All you need to do is find her over at the Winking Skeever in Solitude. This mod clearly means a lot to the developer, as they've said it's the culmination of everything they've learned as a writer and mod author, used as a way of showcasing their growth. If the mod wasn't enough already in its current state, there are planned updates for banter between Serana, who's arguably the most popular vanilla NPC follower in the game, increased quest awareness, and the ability for her to ride horses alongside you. The only downside is that this mod does come with a handful of requirements in order to get the full experience, all of which have been listed over on the mod page. But it does add things such as custom animations using Nemesis, and physics for her outfits and hair with the help of HDT SMP. Considering this was just labelled as a follow mod on Nexus, I was surprised at just how much content was actually available. If you're looking for a new high quality companion to adventure Skyrim with, then this is absolutely the mod for you. So there you have it, 5 amazing new mods that you might consider adding to your load order. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.